We all like to think we're in complete control of our future, right? But what if I told you there are two huge forces constantly at play, shaping your destiny whether you realize it or not? One is the company you keep, and the other, well, that's the engine running inside you. So today, let's break down how they work, and more importantly, how you can make them work for you.
So, let me just ask you, straight up, who's really in the driver's seat of your life? Is it all you? Your own ambition? Or are there maybe some silent architects in the background, influencing every move you make? Let's dig in and find out.
Okay, let's start with that first force, and honestly, it's probably the one we overlook the most, the silent architects. I love that term. These are the external influences that are building the very framework of your reality, and a lot of the time, we don't even see them at work. So who are these architects? Well, they're a lot closer than you might think. We're talking about the people you surround yourself with every single day. And listen, make no mistake, your friends, your colleagues, your entire social circle, they are quietly but powerfully shaping your future.
But how does that even work really? It's all about this powerful idea in psychology called social contagion. It sounds kind of clinical, but think of it this way. Just like a cold, the ideas, the habits, and especially the attitudes of your circle, they're infectious. Let's see exactly how this plays out.
Let's start with the negative side of things, because it's super easy to see. Just think about what happens when your daily life is filled with people who just complain all the time.
It's almost inevitable, right? You start to complain too. Negativity is like a magnet for more negativity. It just seeps into your mindset before you even have a chance to put up a defense against it.
But, and this is a really big but, this is where it gets incredibly powerful. What if you consciously decide to change that environment? What if, instead, you choose to sit with dreamers?
Will you start to dream? It's that simple. Their vision, their big ideas, they expand what you believe is even possible for your own life. That belief is contagious, and all of a sudden your own ambitions start to catch fire.
And of course, this logic leads us to the ultimate conclusion. Let's take it all the way. What happens when you intentionally surround yourself with winners? You win. And it's not some kind of magic, it's social osmosis. Their habits, their strategies, their absolute refusal to settle for less, that becomes your new normal. It becomes your default setting. So, what's actually getting passed around in these circles? It really boils down to three key things. First, energy. You can feel it the second you walk into a room. Second, a blueprint for success. High achievement just becomes normalized. And maybe most important of all is mindset. The way they see the world fundamentally starts to change the way you see it.
Okay, so that's the huge external force. But a winning circle, that's only half the equation. Now we have to turn inward, to the engine that you and only you have complete control over. This is all about choosing the steady, reliable power of discipline over that fleeting rush of motivation.
And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. Look, on one side, you've got motivation. It's like a lightning strike, super exciting, a huge jolt of emotion, but it's temporary, it's unreliable. On the other side, you've got discipline. It's the steady, unstoppable gear. It's not about feeling good. It's about building an intentional system that guarantees you show up, day in and day out, no matter how you feel.
And that right there is the core truth of this internal force. Look, motivation might give you a nice little push to get started, but discipline is what makes you truly unstoppable. It's the engine that powers you right through the challenges, the setbacks, and yeah, even the boring moments that are on the path to any goal worth having. So now, let's bring these two incredible forces together. This is where the real magic happens. When you combine the external power of a winning circle with the internal engine of discipline, the result isn't just additive, it's exponential. You create this incredible multiplier effect, an unstoppable combination. This is what it looks like in action, the upward spiral. Just check out how this feedback loop works. Step 1, you start by cultivating your own personal discipline. Step 2, that discipline gets you results, and guess what? That naturally starts to attract a higher caliber circle of people. Step 3, now that new circle reinforces your discipline. They raise your standards. And the cycle just repeats, and with every single rotation you gain more and more momentum, until the final outcome is pretty much inevitable. You become unstoppable. So what does becoming unstoppable actually mean? It means your destiny is no longer something that just happens to you. It becomes something you actively create. And that is the ultimate message of empowerment here. By taking charge of your internal discipline and your external circle, your destiny really does become your choice.
And so that leaves us with one final, profound piece of advice. A rule that really ties everything we've talked about together. You need to choose your circle like your life depends on it.
Because it absolutely does. Think about it. Your social circle is your navigation system, and your personal discipline is the engine. Together, they determine your entire trajectory. So the only question left for you is, who are you choosing